And senior congressional correspondent Joe Khalil joining us from Doha, Qatar this morning with more details about the operation's next steps. Joe, the secretary says eventually the U.S. is going to step back and other nations will have to step up, one of several noteworthy updates in this press conference.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a big development, and that was one that I thought notable because it wasn't just Secretary Hegseth, it was General Kane that tried to make that point as well. And I'm going to play some sound from the secretary on that here in a minute. I do want to start with what I think is the big headline, which is that Project Freedom is going to continue. This is the project that started yesterday, the operation where U.S. military assets are trying to basically guide all of these ships that have been stuck in the Strait of Hormuz through it and through the Iranian blockade, despite the fact that it was directly that which led to Iran launching missiles at U.S. military assets and at commercial assets in the Gulf. None of the ones targeting U.S. assets actually hit, but Iran did strike UAE ships yesterday. That project is going to move forward and continue. And Secretary Hegseth said what it demonstrates to the world is that the U.S. controls the strait, that Iran does not. They can still try to navigate through it, and they had successfully gotten 2 ships to the other side. The other, I think, major point that you brought up is that right now, the fact that we have what they're calling a ceasefire still in place, I think leaves the door open for further diplomacy and negotiation. Secretary Hegseth said there is still a ceasefire. General Dan Kane said that 9 times Iran has targeted commercial vessels, 10 times they've targeted U.S. military vessels, but still, he says, that does not rise to the level where the U.S. would reintroduce another major military strike campaign inside of Iran. So clearly the U.S. doesn't want to say at this point that the ceasefire is over, despite having sunk 6 Iranian ships just yesterday. On the call from both Hegseth and Kane for U.S. allies to get into this effort, into the fight to reopen the strait, so far, allies haven't responded well, but this is what Secretary Hegseth said in that vein.
The world needs this waterway a lot more than we do. We're stabilizing the situation so commerce can flow again, but we expect the world to step up. At the appropriate time and soon, we will hand responsibility back to you.
President Trump made a direct, basically, appeal to South Korea, whose ship was struck yesterday, to also get into the fight, get into the effort to try to free up these ships. Meantime, we are waiting for a response from the Iranians to Secretary Hegseth and General Kane. We haven't gotten one yet. Overnight, they did basically issue a warning to the United States on Project Freedom, saying that effectively not to get drawn into a longer conflict. So we're waiting to see if we get anything more specific, more immediate from the Iranians on what we've heard from the Pentagon.